Your budget request is seeking 12.5% increase. The governor's budget request is seeking a 9.7% increase, which you have articulated here today that it's to be used mostly for personnel positions, and have had many conversations about worthy programs with regard to child predators and drug law and all those things. But to delve into those finances, could you tell us the total number of lawsuits you filed against the Trump administration from 2017 until 2020, and then tell us the total number of lawsuits you filed against the Biden administration from 2021 to date?
Sure. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but here's what I can tell you. If you're focused from a budgetary perspective, we never hired any outside counsel. We incurred no additional costs in any of the litigation we were involved in the prior administration or the current administration.
But I would imagine, if you could give me a ballpark range of those numbers, my sense in previous conversations is that we've seen a fairly dramatic reduction in the number of lawsuits filed against the federal government. Is that correct?
Well, sure. I mean, we have a president who's actually following the law now, so there are fewer lawsuits that have been filed.
Well, then with that abrupt drop-off in federal litigation, even if it is being taken care of by inside counsel, and I would note that last year's budget, you asked for a significant number of positions within the department. I would think that those individuals would then have time freed up, and they could be repurposed to other agencies, perhaps saving us some dollars.
Well, we have individuals who work on all types of appellate litigation, whether it's appellate litigation involving the federal government or the state government or some private actor. So they work on multiple things each and every day. It's not as though they're assigned to only deal with one particular type of case or another particular type of case. So if one category is higher and the other is lower one day and then it switches the next day, the workload still remains roughly the same. I could tell you that our lawyers are working constantly. They work incredibly hard. They put in a significant amount of hours. That has not changed from one administration in Washington to the other. They continue to work diligently, they continue to put in the hours, and they continue to deliver meaningful results for the good people of Pennsylvania.
We certainly appreciate the work that they do. However, it would be, I think, good for this committee to understand as we begin to make these very difficult decisions based on what the Independent Fiscal Office is providing testimony to us on the future financial challenges that we will face, to be able to better quantify that as we seek to work our way through this budget. One other question, General. Do you support the governor's vaccine leave or payout policy, either 5 days of vacation or a payout for those days simply for getting vaccinated?
We don't do that in the Attorney General's office. I'm very proud of the fact that through education, through empowerment, through really honest conversations with our employees led by Michelle Henry, our first deputy, and others, more than 90% of our personnel were vaccinated. And we do not have a vaccine mandate in our office. But by meeting people where they were and by educating them, by empowering them, by answering their questions, we were able to achieve that. We offer no financial incentives to our employees to get vaccinated.
So you did not implement the governor's policy in the Attorney General's office?
No.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.